Hello everyone, in this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Moeed Pirzada to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Moeed Pirzada's words. The dirty and vile politics and conspiracy carried out by the heirs of the East India Company to sabotage Mission Noor in Pakistan reminded me of a very old British film from 1976. The title was The Eagle Has Landed. It is a very beautiful World War II film. Those who like to watch war movies have often seen it. If you haven't seen it, you must definitely watch it. I have seen it 2 or 3 times, and every time I enjoy it a lot. This film is about a German elite commando unit that lands inside a small village on the coast of Britain. They are dressed in American soldiers' uniforms, and their mission is to assassinate Britain's Prime Minister Winston Churchill. They take control of the small British town disguised as American soldiers. Everything is going perfectly for them. They wear American uniforms on top, but underneath they have German insignia. When, while saving the life of a small child, a German soldier's uniform is accidentally exposed from underneath. Michael Caine, who plays the role of the German commando unit leader, tells his troops that they are now exposed. They take off their American uniforms on top, revealing their German uniforms beneath. It's a very beautiful film. This is exactly what happened with the ISI and the East India Company's agents hidden inside Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or PTI. We had some idea about them because as a journalist you need to have a sense of these things. But some were truly unexpected. On September 20th they were thoroughly exposed in a very bad way. Mission Noor was so disturbed that as a Pakistani vlogger and blogger based in Europe, Janab Waqar Malik tweeted that these people were so disturbed that they exposed their hidden agents within Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. I don't want to name them now, but you saw how the public reacted strongly, how they condemned the agents. They even kept retweeting and issuing clarifications to do damage control, but they were fully exposed. What was the real truth about Mission Noor? It was basically the idea of Ahmad Ali Khan, a physician, entrepreneur and businessman active in Canada. It was not Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's idea initially. PTI accepted it and became a part of it, which politically, I believe, was a loss rather than a gain. Despite the conspiracy to link it with Qadiatis or Ahmadis, millions have given the azan the call to prayer. I'm not talking about every individual azan on Twitter, but about a whole city scene, where you can see how the azan was echoing at 9 p.m. on September 20th. This shows that the East India Company's conspiracy largely failed. Now I have heard that Sheikh Waqas has said that azan will be given not only on September 20th, but every day. I think this is a wrong idea for 2 reasons. First, there is a term in psychology called desensitization. When you overuse something, the human mind becomes desensitized to it. So this initiative should not be repeated frequently. It needed to be proven once, and it has been proven. It should be used cautiously. Second, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf should not be part of it. Just as Ahmad Ali Khan initially said on his Twitter handle that it was not a PTI initiative. Being a part of this kind of initiative harms PTI because PTI is quite delicate and weak in its current leadership. The East India Company's main focus and pressure is on PTI, not so much on the public. So when PTI officially becomes part of any political initiative, East India Company's ability to manipulate and penetrate increases, so PTI should stay away from this. Moving on, I saw a very heartbreaking picture on Twitter of Mohammed Qasim Kokhar, a young activist of PTI who was sentenced in the MKK cases. He was released from jail. His mother was crying bitterly, sobbing with his dead body in her arms. When I saw this picture and the scene, I was reminded of some old Urdu poetry lines that said, "Someone must cry, clinging to the young dead bodies. That's why mothers give their sons." As you know, my analysis and stance on May 9th is very clear. Some extremely cruel and powerful individuals and families conspired on May 9th, 2023. It was a conspiracy against Pakistan's democracy, involving Pakistan's institutions. It was a conspiracy against freedom of expression, Pakistan's media, rule of law and courts. Many people were heavily used in this. This picture shows that this is the 7th such release from jail. The question arises, what is being done to these young people in jail, as this is the 7th young person who died in jail? We also believe that God's justice is delayed, but not denied. Those who conspired this, the real conspiracy is not what is written on the court papers. The real conspirators, in my opinion, will face strict divine punishment at some point. I can only say this at this stage. One day before, I watched a substantive discussion in English on the channel Iconoclast, where Jan Tariq Khan spoke about the agreement between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. The discussion received a lot of positive feedback and appreciation for Tariq Khan's analysis, though some critical feedback too. One point I want to clarify is that when Jan Tariq Khan said that in 2015, when the issue of the Yemen war came up in Parliament, Pakistan's army was not sent to Saudi Arabia. Tariq Khan explained that this was not Raheel Sharif's decision, it was Parliament's decision. Raheel Sharif was only the Chief of Army Staff at that time. There was considerable resistance from both civil and military sides. The matter went to Parliament because the GHQ, or General Headquarters, wanted to refuse Saudi Arabia by using Parliament's support. Some interesting sources point out that when Nawaz Sharif requested Raheel Sharif and his fellow top generals were initially convinced and agreed to send Pakistani forces to help Saudi Arabia in Yemen in 2015. However, a relatively junior general, Director General Military Operations Amir Riaz, took a position and presented statistics proving why Pakistani forces should not be sent to the Middle East conflict. His analysis prevailed. Later, General Ashfaq Nadim, who was Chief of General Staff and considered very competent, it is believed that he should have become Army Chief in 2013 instead of Raheel Sharif, was sent to Saudi Arabia to explain Pakistan's point of view and refusal. General Ashfaq Nadim has since passed away. At the time in Parliament, the situation was such that some even wrote that Imran Khan had taken a stand, while he held 30 to 71 seats. There, even the Pakistan People's Party was used, the NP was also used, PTI was also used, and for 4 or 5 days, after continuous debate, Saudi Arabia was relentlessly targeted. It was targeted in such a way that the Saudi embassy had a lot of confusion. The Saudi-Pakistan relations faced significant disruption there, and later the brothers had to make major apologies to Saudi Arabia. Obviously, Saudi was not so foolish that they didn't understand what was happening in Parliament, and obviously Nawaz Sharif must have clarified that it was not his will or intention, but it was a fact that many people had objections to. I have given a small explanation of this in front of you, and such discussions happen. There were some other things which I will talk about later. Now, there has been a development inside America which is being celebrated with great happiness in Pakistan, but these are completely wrong celebrations. This is a lack of understanding of the dynamics of what is happening. When the American elections happened, immediately after that, I presented my analysis that the way the main proponents of the Make America Great Again campaign talk about H-1B and India, saying that 71 or 72% of visas under H-1B have been used by India, and how there has been single-country domination and abuse of this facility. This is a conspiracy, etc., etc. Naturally, there would be implications. When I said this initially, I saw many Indian people's comments saying that since I am Pakistani, I have a bias or prejudice. So that's why I said this. But I am first an analyst and then something else. My analysis was absolutely correct that this would become a very big issue, and later I also pointed towards it. Now, on Friday, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, issued an executive order under which companies that import people on H-1B visas from outside America will have to pay a fee of $100,000 per year for 3 years. Previously, if you were selected in the lottery, the fee was around $500 to enter the lottery. After that, the visa fee was around $5,000 to $6,000 or so. Now, that fee has been increased by 20 times. The main setback will be for India and the IT industry, but it will affect India the most because a large number of professionals used to come from there. And the feeling has grown that American graduates and American companies' rights are being considered. Similarly, American professionals say this is an attempt to control salaries. They bring people from outside who are paid less salaries. So now the situation is such that IT companies will negotiate. They have already issued a letter, and the main companies being hit include Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and many others. They have all issued advisories to people that if you are outside America, do not travel outside America until Saturday night, when the penalties will come into effect. These companies will definitely negotiate with the Trump administration, and the $100,000 fee will be reduced. But the die has been cast, and now various kinds of difficulties between India and America will continue. I have pointed this out in many of my videos, not just in the last 6 months, but even earlier when I started working, and even when I used to do TV programs. I have many times indicated that India's acceptance inside America is not because India's economy is very competent, or because Indian professionals are the gold standard worldwide, and such professionals are not found elsewhere. This is the same thing I have been saying in many past videos, jokingly saying Indians think they have 56 chromosomes, Pakistanis have 46 or 36, while the normal number for a common person is 46 chromosomes. So I think Indians believe they have 56 chromosomes and Pakistanis 36. The matter is not like that. The matter is that America cultivated India in its geostrategic requirements. They encouraged them economically through technology transfer, made many agreements on technology transfer, provided market access, and tried to bring India on par with China in every way. But within this mega campaign, the feeling is that India has been a free rider for the last 20 to 25 years, at least 25 to 27 years, and is still free riding. We gave them everything. Even in Bollywood and Hollywood movies, whenever an intelligent person who is not white is shown, they bring in an Indian brown face, whether a doctor, physician, scientist, nuclear physicist or IT expert, the Indian face is shown. In this way, encouragement was given to them, but this encouragement was not purely based on merit. There is no doubt that the Indian system has also grown a lot, but the acceptance inside America was totally not based on merit. There were political considerations involved. Now, my analysis says that Indian professionals should be better, but people in Pakistan are celebrating unnecessarily. The real truth is that right now, in the United States, I have just traveled there. Wherever I'm going, I'm seeing that immigration and customs enforcement is continuously conducting raids in various establishments, hotels, restaurants and companies. You all are aware of this. Earlier, their target was only Hispanics. Now, all nationalities are coming under their target. Indians are also being targeted a lot now, and soon Pakistanis will also be targeted. The situation is not such that the way some people in Pakistan are celebrating it, it should be celebrated. The real need is for unity. Whoever understands what I am saying, it is a great benefit for them. For those who don't, it is also for their own good. There are 5 million Indians in America, around 1 million Pakistanis, 500,000 Bangladeshis, and other nationalities too. If Indians provide leadership to the global south and come out of their self-image of thinking they are very different, very special, very intelligent, very genius, then they should lead the resistance that will be much needed in the coming times. In the coming times, all brown-coloured immigrants, wherever they come from in the world, will fall into the same category, regardless of how fair their skin is. A very difficult time is coming for them. In this difficult time, Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis and other nationalities need to come together and become part of the political process. Otherwise, things will become very difficult. That wraps up our translation of Moeed Pirzada's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.